Hello, my name is Charles Rinaldo from the University of Pittsburgh. I'm chairman and professor in infectious diseases and microbiology. The greatest impact this meeting has on one's career is that you get to see all aspects of it in all models, both in vitro, animal model, and human models, and every aspect of the immunologic system is covered. I'm interested in how viruses interact with the immune system, so we have that here, but we also have autoimmunity, transplant immunology, other forms of immunology which bear greatly on how viruses interact with the immune system. The mistake that turned out to be a blessing for me, I wouldn't call it a mistake so much as a Eureka Moment, and that was a few years ago when Giovanna Rapacula, who works with me, a Ph.D. from Italy, came in and said that she added Kaposi's sarcoma herpes virus. This is a virus that causes KS cancers in humans. She added this virus to B cells, B lymphocytes, and this molecule on the surface disappeared. It was called a DC sign molecule. And the next day just disappeared from the surface, and I said, wow, that means that this virus uses that as a receptor to get inside the B cell. I turned out to be right, and that really had a profound effect on my laboratory. So as Pasteur says, you have to, chance favors the prepared mind, really. The best piece of advice I did not take would be back in 1982, when I was fascinated by this new disease, not yet called AIDS, and people around me said, what are you going to do working on that crazy whatever it was? We didn't even know until 2 years later what the virus was that caused this HIV. And people around me really scoffed at the idea that I would work with such a dangerous set of patients and potential infection. And that the best advice non-advice I did was to not listen to them and to start working since then on HIV. The best achievement, I hope, is still yet to come. And this field never ends in offering new areas for us to explore. Probably the best, I would say, goes back to the original observation we made that cytomegalovirus suppresses temporarily the immune system. And I was fortunate that in 1981, when the AIDS epidemic was first being revealed, that they felt it might be caused by CMV. And that led me directly into that path, which I've taken ever since. And it turned out, of course, not to be due to CMV. It's due to HIV. But the two are still interlinked greatly 30 years later. The biggest disappointment in the field would be still looking for the Holy Grail with HIV infection. What is it that this virus does to the immune system? We know so much about it, so many details about how the virus disrupts and suppresses the immune system. But to this day, we're not able to figure out how to control that and prevent that, reverse that effect. And it's been my life's work, really, since the early 1980s to figure that out. Advice to young scientists in this field: first of all, you've entered a fascinating area. Don't be overly dogmatic. Believe in your results. Stand behind your results, but always keep an open mind and be objective about what you've found. Because the thing about immunology is it will never cease to surprise you about what you don't know.